Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of hooks that we can run when a user logs in or logs out. I'm going to switch back to the original user here. And then I'm going to jump back to our module directory. And in the steps folder, let's open up step 4, which is called log in, log out. Go ahead and copy the code and paste it over the code that's currently in your persons.module file and save it. At the bottom, we've added two functions, person user login and person user logout. These are pretty straightforward. This is an implementation of hook user login, and it contains two variables. The first parameter that it's passed is the edit variable, and this contains all of the data that was submitted in the user submission form. So when they logged in, the data that they inputted for the username and password and any other data will get stored here, and we can manipulate it if we need to. The second parameter is the account, and this is the account that got loaded after the user logged in. And what we're going to do is just display a little message that says whether the user is storing their history or not. We're going to set a default message that will display if the user has set their account to store user history. And then if they haven't set that to store history, then we'll display an alternate message which says you're currently not saving your user history, but you can if you go to this page. And the page will be the user account page. And we're just using a placeholder inside of a T function in order to replace out this link with an actual link. If you're curious about the T function and that looks a little confusing, go ahead and watch the development tips and tricks video where we talk about the T function and the L function in detail. And finally, we're using Drupal set message to set this message to display at the top of the page. And finally, we have our implementation of hook user logout. Now, because this happens right before the user logs out, we can't demonstrate it by using Drupal set message. So what we're going to do is set another breakpoint here to make sure that this is running when the user actually logs out. So what we're doing is just grabbing the request time and saving it as the last login, so the last time the user visited the site. And then we're going to save that using user save, which we did in a previous example. Okay, let's jump back to the browser and let's log out. Well, let's start a debugging session first and then log out. Okay, you saw my editor icon bounce. That means that we're stopped here, and that means that person's user logout is running. Okay, that's good. Now let's go ahead and end this debugging session, and then we'll jump back to the browser and we'll log in and demonstrate our login hook. Okay, we see up here our text displays your search history is currently being saved and displayed on your user page. So, pretty straightforward hooks. Let's go ahead and move on to the next example.